Okay, guys, we got another premier boxing championship fight coming up April 11th versus Danny the Swift Garcia and versus Lamont the Havoc Peterson, right? And then on the undercard, you got Kid Chocolate versus Andy Lee. Okay, so who do you guys got in this fight? For me, I got for Danny versus Peterson. I think Danny's gonna pull it off, and say this is the reason why I got Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson. Lamont Peterson, can he beat Danny Garcia? Yeah, he can. But a lot of people had Danny Garcia losing against Lucas Matisse. Yeah, anybody remember that? I do. A lot of people had him losing. A lot of people had him losing. And I think it was Dante's Box Nation that pointed out, Danny Garcia can box and he has good footwork and stuff like that. And the way he broke it down, I don't know if you want to go on Dante's Box Nation and check out that prediction. That was like what, in 2013? Remember September where that was on a Canelo Mayweather card, right, on pay-per-view. And what I noticed about Danny is consistent, man. He's very basic. Now people call him like a mid-range hooker and stuff like that. He just throw hooks, and he looks slow. But the thing is, he has perfect timing. He's like a counter puncher, man. And if you throw a punch at him, expect a punch to come back. Like you can hit him in the face, but that won't stop him from following through on his hooks. I don't know if you've seen it in the Zab Judah fight. Every time Zab Judah hit Danny, Zab Judah was staying in front of Danny. Then Danny was landing like 2-3 shots back at him, like boom, boom. And then Zab was like, damn, but yeah, you landed something, but yeah, you didn't stick and move. You got to stick and move on Danny. And that's why he had trouble with Mauricio Herrera, he was like sticking and moving, pumping that jab, just sticking and moving. But a lot of people thought Danny lost that fight. To me, Danny won a close decision because a lot of people don't check out Danny's body work, how he goes to the body. Every time he hit Mauricio Herrera to the body, he stopped dead in his tracks. I don't know if anybody noticed that, but go back and watch that fight. You'll see every time when Danny hit Mauricio Herrera to the body, and he worked that body over, man, that whole fight, Mauricio Herrera will stop moving. Like he'll stop throwing punches, for like a split second. You can see like, boom, you take the shot. And then it was like a delayed reaction, like, damn, that hurt. Then he moved out the way. You know what I'm saying? You got to check it out. But what I noticed about Danny, just like in the Lucas Matisse fight, when they were in firefights, Danny is going to follow through on all of his punches. You're going to expect not a one punch coming back, but a combination of like a 1-2, a 1-2. He's always throwing that left hooks, whether it's to the body or it's to the head. And he has a pretty good right hand. He throws it not too much, but he's pretty good at landing it, especially versus Amir Khan. When Danny Garcia took Amir Khan's belt, if you look at it, he had perfect time. He kept trying to land that left. So he's very consistent, even though you can bust him up. He's not going to stop doing what he's doing. Then he's got his father in his corner. He respects his father. He has no issues in the corner or anything like that. He's very methodical, and that's what he's great at. He's great at doing the basics. Lamont Peterson, I believe one time, I know for sure one time, Lamont Peterson always seems like as if he has to get knocked down or get flustered in order to, uh, I guess, get going, man. He's almost like Chris Ariola or something like that, man. So Lamont Peterson, let's look at some of his fights. Lamont versus Amir Khan got knocked down. I want to believe twice, right? Because he was trying to box. He got knocked out by Lucas Matisse because he was trying to box. Okay, so he has some boxing skills, but that's not him. He's really better at in getting in the high guard and fighting in the trenches. You know, pumping his jab a little bit. You know, working the body, getting in close. You know, like cutting off the ring, fighting small, and he's gonna be there for Danny. You know, Danny won't have to look for him. You know, it's probably gonna start off like that, but once Peterson starts getting hit by Danny, he's gonna abandon the boxing and he's gonna start banking. So I think this is gonna be a great fight. I got Danny Garcia beating Lamont Peterson. I don't know if it's gonna be by stoppage. Peterson got a chance. You know, it'll be nice to see Peterson win because guess what? The IBF, when Peterson, I wish the best for Lamont Peterson, because him and his brother are out in the streets and whatnot. But anyway, long story short, in that Lucas Matisse fight, it was a catchweight fight. Lamont Peterson already lost. I think it was the WBA or WC belt because of the whole banned substance thing. Yeah, with the drugs and whatnot. It turns out, it wasn't a bad substance. He just didn't report he had a doctor's approval to take testosterone. So, one section of body had a knee jerk reaction to the test. Another section of body, gather all the evidence. So Lamont Peterson was able to keep his IBF belt, but when he fought Lucas Matisse didn't want to give up his status, his interim belt, and he didn't want to put that on the line. Lamont Peterson was like, well, I don't want to put my IBF belt on the line. So in that, he had a catchweight fight. This fight is pretty much another catchweight fight where they're fighting at like 141 or 143 or something like that. Remember, Danny Garcia's struggling to make weight. But if Peterson loses this fight, the sanctioning body has already put a notice out that what they're going to do is strip Peterson of the belt and have the next top two, contenders under their sanctioning body, fight for that belt, pretty much. So that's how it's going to go down. I don't know who the top two are. I don't, But anyway, even if that happens, I'm pretty sure, Peterson's promoters can get him back in there to, get another shot at his title. So I wouldn't doubt if that's in the works, So, because Al Heyman, he's got this premier boxing champions, and he's got to keep his fighters relevant. So either he's gonna do a purse bid or something like that, or work out something, throw some money around, because he gotta sell some advertisement. He's gotta make all these fights pretty much relevant on this free television thing he's got going, which is good for us fans because we're just gonna see the best fighting the best, and so far we have been seeing the best fight the best. Now going up to this Andy Lee versus Peter Quillen. Again, that's a toss-up fight to me because both guys got high KO ratios. Both guys they can box. They can box. Fighting at 160, and let's see what's Peterson's KO ratio. He got 70%. He's 70%, right? And Andy Lee's at 66. I don't know if anybody saw Andy Lee's last two fights, but pretty much I think it's his left. Yeah, his left or his right hook. I think it's that left hook has kind of like bailed him out. But anyway, who cares? He's got the WBO belt, and I think before that he had the NABF. Domestic. That's American domestic belt. That's the Mexican belt. But anyway, you need something, what I'm saying, to, elevate yourself. It's just a measuring stick. A lot of these belts are. This is measuring sticks of where you at in the game of boxing. So, I got Quillin. I think I got Quillin winning that fight. I'm leaning towards Quillin. I see Quillin, man. I'm just going with Quillin. And I say Quillin because even though he keeps his head up, pretty much like Andy Lee hasn't dominated any of his past fights besides just the KOs. Okay? He hasn't. And he lost to Brian Vera. If you know anything about Brian Vera, he's a contender. He's pretty much a stepping stone fighter now. But back in the day, if not recent, to me, he's always been good at just pumping that jab and trying to set up that right hand. And I think in that fight Andy Lee lost to him. That right hand was landing all day. And Peter Quillin has one hell of a right hand. So I see Peter Quillin landing that right hand. Peter Quillin is patient. So you got not only the right hand Andy Lee has to watch out for, but the left hook. Peter Quillin will land that left hook if you leave yourself exposed. Ask Hassan Adam Nujikim. You know what I'm saying? Ask Hassan Adam. Ask him. I think in that fight he got floored. I don't know how many times. Yeah, at least 3. Yeah, down 6 times. Yeah, he was down 6 times, man. He was outboxing, Peter Quillin, but every time he was feeling good, like, yeah, I'm feeling good. Slapping Quillin upside the head with some of those punches. And Quillin just come with that left hook, like, bam, you're down, So I got Peter Quillin, man. Let me know what y'all think about these fights. All right, see ya, bye.